This question gives us a function, g of x equals ax squared plus 24. It also tells us g of 4 is equal to 8, and it wants to know what is g of negative 4. In order to figure this out, first let's quickly review functions. To quickly review functions, I just wrote a completely different function here. F of x is equal to x squared plus 1. So if I said x is equal to 2, how do you solve this? Well, any place there is a x, we're just going to substitute in 2. So x equals 2 is the same as 2 squared plus 1, which is 4 plus 1, which is 5. Another way to say x equals 2 in terms of functions is to say, what is f of 2? So what I'm doing is saying whatever this number is in the parentheses, put it in for the variable in the equation. So again, wherever there's an x, just shove in a 2, and then that will be the answer. So f of 2 is equal to 5. Let's try it with another variable. What about f of 3? Well, wherever there's the x, the thing in the parentheses, I'm going to put it into the equation. So f of 3 is the same as 3 squared plus 1, which is 9 plus 1, which is 10. Now, can we go the other way with this? Let me show you the other way with this. That if I said I've got some variable, let's call it a, and when we plug a into the equation, that's equal to 26. Can we solve for a? Well, following the same rules, we just put in wherever there's the variable, right, we're going to put it into the equation. So what we're saying here is a squared plus 1 is equal to 26. Can we solve for a? Well, let's subtract 1 from each side. So we get a squared is equal to 25. And then, so a is equal to plus or minus 5. So you see, no matter which side they give us, we can figure out the other one. So let's go back to our original equation and see if we can solve that. Here it says g of 4 is equal to 8. So x is equal to 4, so wherever there's an x, we're going to put in 4. So we're saying a 4 squared plus 24 is equal to 8. So 4 times 4 is 16, so 16a plus 24 is equal to 8. Let's subtract 24 from each side. So we have 16a is equal to negative 16. Divide each side by 16. A is equal to negative 1. Aha! But unfortunately, that's not what they asked us. They asked us, what is g of negative 4? So now that we know a is negative 1, which we're going to sub in here, let's put x, so again, g of negative 4 is the same of saying x equals negative 4. So let's put x equals negative 4 and a equals negative 1 into the equation and see what we get. Following PEMDAS, let's do our exponents first. So negative 4 squared, negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. So we have negative 1 times 16 plus 24. Negative 1 times 16 is negative 16 plus 24. Negative 16 plus 24, let's see, that's going to be positive 8. So when we plug negative 4 into that equation, our g of negative 4 is equal to 8. Interestingly enough, look, it's the same as when g of positive 4 is equal to 8. If you were an algebra ninja, you could have looked at this and said, you know what, whether it's 4 or negative 4, since the quantity is squared, it won't matter, and it's going to deliver whatever positive 4 it gave, right, this 8, it was going to deliver 8 the next time with a negative 4 anyway. Most of my students can't see that, so it's perfectly fine that you solve it out and come to it that way.